So much. If you can hear me, would you wave hello? Okay. Yay. All right, today, yes, we love our big screen. Today, ladies, I have you on the big screen. And I can see you really big. So I can tell if you're not paying attention, but you always pay attention. Amelia, what is that in your background?
It's smoke.
Are you cooking s'mores again?
I'm not cooking s'mores. I'm just sitting by the fire.
Yes. Okay. Is that your fire pit? Is that what
That is intense. It looks like a virtual background.
Yeah, it's really, really exotic. All right, so today we have our wonderful singers with us, and if you could pull up your Waltz for a Robin song, and you know Christian visited us yesterday, and what are some things while we're in virtual choir? Who can unmute and tell me something Christian said we needed to watch up for in the song? I would appreciate if you could just unmute yourself and talk.
Said to make sure that we have tall vowels.
Yes, tall vowels. Thank you. What else?
He said make sure we hold out our notes.
Out our notes. Because when you record this, it's really obvious. Your notes. Okay,
We look at you take a picture because we now be clowning him tonight in grandma's.
Yeah, we hear everything you said.
I'm not. If you took a picture, send it to me.
But he's dying.
You chat with you, Micaiah, and Crochet.
We can't figure out who it is, so unmute yourself. Or
Let
mute
me
yourself.
see.
I don't know who's talking, but I thought I would tell you that you're not on mute.
Yeah, you're not muted. We heard all that.
I mute the wrong person. Okay, tell me one more tip. I think we're just about ready. You can say one more tip that Christian gave us. So we're going to work on holding out the values. What about when we breathe?
Oh, he said to make sure to breathe in the right spots so you don't interrupt phrases.
Yes, and he told us exactly how he wrote so that you breathe. There's only one or two places that you have to stagger. Everything else is written in there with the rest. And so those are some things that I heard in your recordings. You're actually doing great on your pitch. But now we have to be careful about the details, holding notes out, and where you breathe. Because it's real easy to take a breath after every dotted note or hold note or in the middle of the phrase. So let's be careful of that. Are we ready, singers? Do we have all our singers
Yes,
here?
I think we're ready.
We have Mr. Ronick, we have
Oh.
Miss Holt, we have Mr. McElroy, and we have Miss Beatty. And they're going to be singing for us today. I'm going to be watching you, and I'm going to watch the notes. So from the beginning, let's do a sound check. After we do the first phrase, we're going to stop, and I'm going to ask somebody how it sounds.
Mother robin and a nest of eggs. Tenderly she watches working until they hatch and make.
Oh, how does it sound, Carly? Can you hear both parts? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to listen to that again, or no, sing with it this time. And in your recording, what you need to do is start soft and gently, as we talked about the tone quality. Okay, and then it builds through the phrase just a little bit, but it's never hard. Someone's unmuted. I'm looking to see who is, if everybody can make sure you're muted. If somebody sees that somebody's muted, if you could tell them, they maybe don't realize it. Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay, I'm just gonna start 4 before.
April brought a mother robin and a nest of eggs. Tenderly she watches working until they hatch and make. Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks. Succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
All right, let's check this part because when I was listening to your recordings, there were just a couple little wrong notes. Most of it was good, but a few wrong notes. Let's hear the alto part first, please.
And under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks. Succulent earthworms from gentle turf, a kind mother should.
All right, so the part that was the hardest when I listened was, yes, succulent earthworms. So would you play that, Mr. Ron, please, for the altos?
Feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf.
Yes. Can you all sing that with Mr. Ronick? Start at leaves so green.
Yep.
That,
Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks. Succulent earthworms from gentle turf, a kind mother should.
Great. So really, if you want to circle something, altos, feeds her chicks and succulent earthworms, those intervals. So make sure you have those. Now let's hear the second soprano there, starting at pickups to 31. Second soprano, stay with me.
Ready and up. Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks.
gentle turf was the part that we had trouble with seconds. So let's go to succulent earthworms. Succulent earthworms.
Ready and succulent earthworms from gentle turf as a kind mother should.
Yes, let's break down that gentle turf, that interval of the chord.
So, earthworms from gentle turf. So you go back to the note on worm. So it's earthworms from back right where you were. Worms from and then we just have to get that gentle turf.
Okay, good, seconds. Now, there's a place it's real easy to clip the word feeds. That goes, yes, for seconds. Try to hold that vowel as long as you can. Let's have the seconds do that whole part again. Pick up to 31. And really make sure you're giving your notes full value.
And under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
Great. And should, that's, make sure you get a nice D on that. And that goes for everybody. And also a TH on earth. But there was one more word that it was hard. Oh, kind. The K on kind. Can you demonstrate those words, please? The and the earth. Maybe
succulent earthworms. So you see how you really keep the R. We never want to sing too much R unless we're singing a country song, right? Succulent earthworm. That's how you make it sound country, right? But we don't ever want that in choir. So succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
Great. So everybody, that applied to everyone. Now we're going to hear first soprano. Pick up to 31. Sing with the first soprano, please.
Ready and up.
Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
All right. Sopranos, can you sing that with Miss Holt?
That's so hard.
Pick up to 31.
Okay. Ready and sing.
Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
Great. And good job putting that D right at the end. All right, everybody. I want everybody get in the middle of their screen, and we're going to start pickups to 31.
So, Mrs. Click on should. Are you really treating should like a quarter note, and then we're putting the duh? Yeah, so it's should
Yes.
and their chests, right?
Yes.
So it's really not dotted. It's really just.
Should.
Yep.
Here we go. Pickups to 31, all three parts. Everyone should be singing. Good job.
I'll sing it. So here we go. Ready and up.
Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
All right, one more time. That is really a killer part. Everything else you really had well. One more time.
Okay. Ready and sing.
Under leaves so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should.
Great. Okay, I think you've got it. Now the next part has some interesting parts too. Let's hear the second part, soprano. Pick up the measure before the pickups to 39 and their chests. Second soprano.
Ready and sing. And the chests will grow to persimmons from an orchard orchard close to the sun, but now they are delicate young birds, held close to them all.
Yes, that is going to be beautiful. Now let's hear the alto. Pick up to 39. And
Mrs.
there's
Quick, are you open to, I talked to Christian about this one, the word R in the soprano 2-part, are you open to changing that note to a G? I think it should be, and it would be so much, that's what it is now, but it's, but now they are delicate young birds, and then you would have the whole chord,
Okay.
and it'd be way easier to sing.
Yeah. Okay. I will look at that, but let's
Okay.
go ahead and do sopranos. Pickups to 40. Or measure before 40.
Yep,
Yes,
and
and
their
their chest.
Ready and sing.
Delicate young birds held close to them all.
Okay, that's the soprano. Now we're going to hear the alto. Altos,
Miss Click,
yes.
we were talking in the chat, and it's really hard to hear second soprano and alto. Like the first soprano is kind of overpowering.
Oh, thank you for telling us. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right, we're working on it. Here we go, and their chests. This is alto. Ready and up. And the chests will grow to persimmons from an orchard close to the sun. But now they are delicate young birds held close to them. Mom. I don't know if we're splitting.
Yes, we are.
Mom is the lower note. Mom is the upper note.
Great. Okay, so I think we should do the whole first part from the beginning, and because we've worked really hard in class on the second part. So let's start 4 measures before we all sing on April.
April brought her mother robin and a nest of eggs. Tenderly she watches her king until they hatch in May. Here we go. And underneath so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earthworms from gentle turf, as a kind mother should. And their chests will grow to persimmons from an orchard close to the sun. But now they are delicate young birds held close to them all.
Oh, the virtual choir did such a beautiful job. Can you show me thumbs up if you were able to get it? You can do it with your hand. Okay, great. Let's go ahead because we don't have a lot of time for the virtual choir. So let's go ahead and do all 3 parts. I think you can do this last part. Great.
So we're starting right where we stopped?
The tenudos.
Okay. Oh, from the tenudos?
And we
Oh, yeah,
shall
okay. Great. So soprano 1. Ready and sing. And we shall sing for the robin. Sing for the bird is full of joy. Sing for the breeze pure of joy. Praise be the tree, praise be the vine, praise be the tree that keeps your protected. Praise be the first fruits, yes, will feel to our chicks when they cannot sleep. Sorry, point maker.
All right, we're going to do it all the way through. So everybody get in the middle of your screen. Think of this as a performance. Tall vowels, bright eyes.
Tenderly she watches her kin until they hatch in May.
Ready and sing.
Underneath so green and sheltered, mother feeds her chicks, succulent earth burns from gentle turf, as a kind mother should. And their chicks will grow to persimmons, from an orchard close to the sun. But now they are delicate young birds, and close to their mom. And we shall sing for Mother Robin, and we shall sing for Mother Robin, and we shall sing for Mother Robin, whose heart for the big star of joy. Praise be the name of God. Praise be the tree that keeps them protected. Be the mother whose first. Praise be the mother sings to her chicks when they cannot sleep.
Great. Now that we are through this song, Mr. Ronick has an additional note that the second sopranos could add. And the second sopranos are super smart, so I bet they could add it. Could you tell them, please, where that is?
Yeah, so it's on page 4, but now they are. And really, I talked with Christian about this because it's what makes sense, and then Christian said, yeah, I just made a mistake and left it out. So it's what it really should be. So you finished orchard close to the sun, and then you're going to go, but now they are, and you're going to sing a G instead of an E flat. So your note should be on the second line instead of the first line. It's going to be a lot easier to sing because right now it's supposed to be, but now they are, and it's like, ooh, you know. But instead it's, but now they are delicate young birds. So that's what the part should sound like, and it'll be nice and smooth now. It was a tricky spot, and it'll be easier now that that note's there.
So,
And we'll get the whole chord, because previously it sounded like this, and now instead it sounds like this. And we get the whole chord right there, which will be nice.
so mark that in your music seconds. And if for some reason you can't change, it'll still sound good with the E, but try
Yeah,
it
because
again.
the altos are singing that note, so it won't
Yeah.
stick out or anything if you sing the old note. But the new note will be nice.
Yes.
But now they are delicate young birds. That's what it should be now.
Okay, very good. Can you unmute and thank our virtual choir? They've been working so hard. Mr. McCall.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Lowe.
Thank you.
Will you lead a discussion, presentational skills, when you're doing a concert choir piece? When you're standing and singing, okay? So go ahead and talk about that, and I'll be there in a minute.
Did she want us to talk about something?
Yeah, but I couldn't hear her.
Yeah, me neither.
Neither could I.
How to like act during performances, I think.
Oh.
Something about like standing,
Yeah.
like posture, probably. Last year when I watched the accents, they were all smiling the whole time.
Yeah. Smiling is a big thing, like face expressions, like during performing.
Yeah, like choir face where you look.
Yeah.
All right, so what ideas did you come up with? Serendipity.
We said that smiling is a lot